So just seated comfortably with your eyes closed. Welcome to yoga. Happy to be with all of you. Yoga does not remove us from the reality or responsibilities of everyday life, but rather it places our feet firmly and resolutely in the practical ground of experience. We are not here to transcend our lives. We are here to return to the life we have left behind. Very profound. So it's just a good opportunity to close the eyes and breathe and think about just this space and time and this time that you're practicing and really nothing else. So returning to just, the baseline. We're going to do a variation, pardon me, of alternate nostril breathing. So I think you all have done alternate nostril breathing, but we're going to take it a little differently. So you're just going to place your thumb on your right nostril. Breathe through the left. Keep your other four fingers just straight up or they can curl, but we're just using the thumb. Now take the thumb over to the left nostril, plug it off, exhale out the right. Inhale through the right nostril. Take the thumb over to the right nostril and exhale through the left. Inhale left. Move the thumb to the left, exhale right. Inhale right. Move the thumb, exhale left. One more round like this. Inhale left. Plug it off with the thumb and exhale right. Now inhale on the right. Move the thumb to the right, exhale left. Inhale left. Thumb to the left, exhale right. Inhale right. Plug it off. Move it over, exhale left. Inhale left. Plug it off, exhale right. Inhale right. Plug it off, exhale left. Good, and then just release the hands facing up on the thighs. Just let the fingers curl in naturally towards each other. Sitting up tall. Eyes can be closed or open, whatever you feel comfortable with. Natural breathing. Now take your self into an easy seat, or this is known as accomplished seat, with one calf in front of the other. Take both of your hands on the front calf and in either seat and seated cat-cow. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round, chin to chest. Keep going back and forth. Inhale like you're rocking. Exhale. Excuse me. Inhale. Round the spine. Exhale. Keep going like this. Then sit up tall and just switch the leg that's in front and continue. Inhale, exhale. And then come to sit tall. Take your both hands on your shoulders, fingers forward, thumbs behind. Just like a washing machine goes back and forth. Inhale left, exhale right. Fast or slow feels good for you. Inhale left, exhale right. So the arms are shooting out from the shoulders so that the upper arms are shoulder height. And then the hands are curling over the shoulders, thumbs behind, fingers in front. Start to slow it down. And then next time you get over to the right side, take a twist. Left hand on knee, right hand behind you. Switch sides. Make sure you're sitting up tall on every inhale, sit up taller. And on your exhale, take your twist. Come back to the center, bring your arms over your head like you're doing a sun salute. Inhale, look up. Exhale, swan dive it down, but don't fold forward, just swan dive it down and then circle it into the heart. Inhale, straight up and swan dive it down like you're making some big circles with your arms. Inhale, back to the chest, all the way to the sky. Last time, exhale it around. Take your hands, interlace above the head. Actually, let's keep them with the steeple looking mudra so that all 10 fingers interlace, release index fingers, cross thumbs, take it over to your right. So like the seated twist, on the inhale, you're gathering some length. And then on the exhale, you're coming more into the pose. So for this one, you're going to come deeper into the side bend, feeling a stretch in the whole left side of your body. Inhale straight up to the sky. Exhale down to the left now. Inhale straight up to the sky. Take the interlace behind the neck. Use the weight of the elbows, stretch your neck, chin to the chest. Stomach is in so you protect your low back. Take your left elbow towards your left knee so that your right elbow is facing up towards the sky. Switch sides. Come back up and then come to all fours. So just when you're all fours, taking some cat-cows, letting your belly relax and inhaling, looking up. And then on your exhale, rounding the spine. Knees are under hips, hands under shoulders, inhaling and exhaling. And from your all fours, just drag your right foot to the top of the mat. Take your both hands inside the right foot, slide left leg all the way back till you feel a stretch in the front of the left hip. You can stay right here like this with your hands flat onto the floor. You can be on the fingertips if you want, or you can come all the way onto the forearms. Your forearms can also be on a pillow or a bolster or some sort of cushion. Maybe even blocks if you have some of those at home. And just breathe here. If you're down, come up. And then frame the front foot. Move the foot more into the middle of your mat. Toes to the sky, half split. Stomach in, back is long. Breathe deep. Then just slide that foot back. You're on your knees. Slide the left foot forward, hands inside, left foot, slide right leg all the way back till you feel a stretch in the front of the right hip. Same thing, you can stay here on the hands, be higher up on the fingertips, all the way down on forearms. So the last side, the right side, I had my left toes curled under, and here I have my toes pointed back towards the back of the mat. Either way is just fine. Come back up, we'll take that half split. So frame the front foot, be on the heel of that foot, straight leg, toes point to the sky, straight back. Stomach in, breathe deep. Come to kneeling on your knees, so standing on the knees. Inhale, straight up. Exhale, child's pose, down to the floor. The knees can be wide or underneath you, whatever feels good. Breathe deep. We'll go 5 cycles of breath here. Come back to all fours and press back into your very first downward facing dog. Pedal through. Just do what feels good. If it feels good to stay still, stay still. If it feels good to pedal through, do that. You might lift a leg up and move it around, whatever. Maybe you move your head around in circles or shake it no and yes. We'll just warm up with 3 sun salute A's. Walk to the top of the mat. And come all the way up. Hands to the heart. And then inhale straight up to the sky. Exhale, bow down. Walk back, top of a push-up. First one, either you can feel free to do a vinyasa with going into your chaturanga, or knees down all the way to the floor to a cobra. Roll shoulders down if you're in upward dog as well. And downward facing. 5 breaths. Bend knees, lift heels, walk or hop, top of the mat. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Look forward, upside down L, and fold. Arms out and up, reach for the sky, back to the heart. Again, Inhale. Exhale. Halfway up. Back to dog your way. Either chaturanga, halfway down, low plank, to up dog, or all the way down to the floor and taking a baby cobra and then meeting us in down dog. 5 breaths. Walk or hop, top of the mat. Inhale, look forward, Ardha. Exhale, bow, Uttanasana. Arms out and up for mountain pose, Tadasana. Hands to the heart, Samastitihi. Inhale, last one. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up. Take it back your way. 5 breaths, downward facing. Bend your knees, lift your heels, walk or hop, top of mat, halfway lift, look up and look down. Exhale, all the way up, inhale. Hands to the heart, exhale. Just close your eyes, rest here for a moment, breathe deep. Make your way back to downward facing dog, however you want to get there. Take a big breath, inhale, right leg up high to the sky. Step it straight to the top of the mat in between your 2 hands. Move your left foot slightly up, pyramid pose. So here's some just guidance on pyramid pose. All 10 toes are down on the floor. The heels are both down. Your right hip is back, your left hip is forward. So perhaps you can't get your legs straight today and you're feeling like a little tight maybe. Feel free to bend that front knee a little bit. Pardon me. Hug the muscles in towards the bone. And then let your head go down. Breathe deep. We're going to hang here. 5 breaths. Now looking back at your back foot, take a slight bend in the right knee. Turn the back foot down so it's parallel to the back edge of the mat. Slide your right hand down your right leg, left arm up, triangle pose. 5 breaths here. Now warrior 2. 5 breaths here. So y'all notice how my head is facing sort of diagonally. So my body is really diagonal to the mat. I'm not, my hips are not straight to the side of the mat. My hips are diagonal. They're almost facing the top left corner of the mat. And my head is just straight. I'm not looking at my fingers, which would be fine actually if you wanted to do that. A lot of teachers teach that way. I like looking where my neck is so that it gives me a nice freedom and a lot of length in my cervical spine. Take one more breath here. And on the exhale, down dog. If you want a vinyasa, go for it. We will wait for you. Now you're going to take your left leg up high to the sky. Step it forward for your pyramid. So you're stepping the back foot up about 1.5 feet, or, you know, not 1.5 feet, a footprint and a half, I should say. All 10 toes are down. Left hip pulls back, right hip pulls forward. Press into the inner left foot, outer right foot. And then once you get all situated, you can let your head down. Again, feel free to bend that left knee. But try if you can to get some amount of straight in that front leg. And then hug in. Think about energetically hugging the muscles in towards the bone. So you're really toning through that leg. Head goes down. And then we're getting into our triangle. I'm just switching so I'm facing you. Turning the right foot down to a 90-degree angle. Left hand slides down left leg, right arm straight up to the sky. Here you can do what feels good on your neck. If it feels good to look up towards your finger, do that. If it doesn't, look forward. You can even look down. You can also let your head kind of hang off, which I'm going to do because that feels really nice to me today. Stomach in, breathe deep. And then just like if you were a clock, come all the way up with both arms out and then bend the left knee. Find your perfect head placement. Again, for me, I'm looking straight, like right out above my top of my mat, the right top of the mat. Sink down deep. See how low you can go in that left thigh. Downward facing dog. Your way. Once you're there, 5 breaths. Step to the top of the mat. Halfway up, look forward and fold. Arms out and up and to the heart. Again, inhale, arms up. Exhale, down. Dog pose your way. I'll wait for the vinyasas that might be happening. Big breath in and out. Right leg up, inhale. Through to pyramid pose, exhale. So now you've done it once, you know how to set yourself up. Have some nice space between the feet. So we're like on railroad tracks here, not on a balance beam. Right hip back, left hip forward, inner right foot in, outer left foot in. Hug muscle to bone on both legs. Think about the inner thighs sort of spiraling in towards each other. Turn that back foot so it's parallel to the back edge of your mat and a little bit further back. And then just slide right hand onto the right calf, left arm up to the sky, extended triangle. And again, whatever feels good on your neck. My hair is wet, so it's extremely heavy. Letting my head just kind of be carried by the weight of my hair. Breathe deep. We're doing the same sequence again. So now on Warrior 2, we'll just add one thing here. Very simple practice. Breathe deep. Now we're going to add a side angle here. So let's take a variation. Forearm down, left hand to the waist. And then really come low in that right thigh. Have the right hand up. So it's like in a receiving manner. Pull the left elbow back, shoulder down and back. 3 more breaths. Back to warrior 2. Stay low, 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 low. Hands down, dog pose. Pedal through. Just notice the difference side to side. Your left calf may be a little burny from that. Left foot forward, pyramid. Slide the right foot slightly up. Outer right foot into the mat, inner left. Both thighs inner spiral towards each other. Let your head go down. Hug muscle to bone. Now setting up for our triangle, just stepping the right foot back. Slide the left hand onto the thigh, right arm up to the sky. So a little inner spiral of the left leg here, tucking up the left hip underneath slightly. It's just a very subtle move. Bending left leg, warrior 2. You might move your feet around and just find that perfect positioning for your feet where you feel like you can really sink low. Stomach is in and tail is down. So you're pulling the sacrum, that flat bone on your low back, towards the lower belly or pelvis. Like you could squeeze the whole pelvis towards itself, right? Front and back. And now your side angle. Left forearm down, right hand to the waist. Pull that elbow back, shoulder down and back. Try not to lean too much into this left thigh. See how light you can be with that forearm on the thigh. 3 more breaths. Stay low, warrior 2. Hands down, downward facing. 5 breaths right here. Make your way to the top of the mat. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold down. Arms out and up. Okay, we're going to go again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Walk back, dog pose or vinyasa. We'll wait for you. Right leg lifts up to the sky. Step it through, pyramid. Right hip back, left hip forward. Maybe if you look out at the front of the mat, you can find that length in the back. And then bend the elbows and let your head go down. 5 breaths. Now we're going to add on here. So feel free to bend the right knee. Otherwise, we're just taking a revolved triangle. So leave left hand down, right arm either on low back like so. Maybe you're on the fingertips on the left hand, or right arm straight up to the sky. Keep pulling that right hip back, left hip forward, stomach in. So where your head goes is completely up to you. Both hands frame that front foot. Slight micro bend in the right knee. Left foot back further, find that triangle. Right hand slides onto calf. Left arm up to the sky. 5 breaths here. Take a moment and even close your eyes and just dig deep and feel all the feels. And then bend your right knee, warrior 2, sink down. Press into the outer left foot. So side angle variation like we did, or perhaps you take that left arm up and over for that variation instead. Remember, we're not pouring our weight into that thigh. We're really light there. So the leg is doing all of the work. Back to warrior 2. Hands down, downward facing. Left side, lift your left leg up. Step forward, pyramid. Left leg forward, right leg is back, all 10 toes down, left hip back. Head relaxes down, 5 breaths. Now I'm leaving my right fingertips down and lifting my left hand up. It can either go straight up to the sky or on my low back. In either case, you can look straight forward, down, or up. Now just turn the back foot, find triangle, left hand down, maybe closer down the ankle or calf now. Right arm up. Warrior 2, bend the left knee, straight torso, arms out like a T. Your variation of side angle right here. So not slumping into that left thigh, using the muscle in that leg to hold you in that 90-degree angle. Right arm straight over the head, or you're holding your waist like we did last time. Stay low, warrior 2. Downward facing dog. Come to all fours. Take some cat-cows. Inhale, let your belly relax. Exhale, round the spine. Go slow. So I want to do some shoulder and arm stuff. So we'll start with shoulder with the thread the needle. Bring your right arm straight up, high to the sky, look up, and then thread it underneath. Right ear on the floor, a cushion, a pillow, a block, whatever is working for you today. Left hand can be forward or behind you. So the stretch is in the right shoulder. See if you can keep kind of sliding that right hand away and get onto that shoulder. Now just from where you are, slide the left leg back. Bring the left leg in. See if you can slide the right leg back. It's a little more challenging. Slide it in. Unthread. Back to all fours. Take the left arm out. Inhale, look up. Slide it under. Thread the needle. So you might even interlace your two hands together and use the right hand to pull the left arm further away so you get a bigger stretch in that left shoulder. You can stay like this or see about sliding the right leg back. Come onto the right fingertips even, give you some, like a base here. Slide right knee, slide left back. More pressure on that left shoulder. If it's too much, come off. Put the knee back down. Unthread. Cat-cow again. Inhale, exhale. And come find a seat. So easy seat is completely fine. We're gonna do just some very simple sort of hand stuff here. Just wanna look at the, oh great. Take your right hand out like you're saluting or saying, say no with the hand. Take your other hand on the four fingers and pull back. What is that? I said that really lame. It's supposed to be, I don't know. Carly probably knows because she has young ones. They probably say it to her. Talk to the hand. That's what it is. Hopefully your daughter doesn't know that one, Carly. She's too little. And then we're going to do the same thing, but you're going to have the left hand over the front of the right and pull the fingers back towards the face. The arms shooting right out from the shoulder. That's really old-fashioned too, I think. Wasn't that like 19, whatever? 19, that's so 1999 of you. Switch hands, take the left hand, talk to the hand, take the right hand over the fingers. Y'all know my silly, stupid jokes. Switch. So we've got the hands nice and warmed up now. I want you to come back to all fours again. Now we're going to take those on the floor while we're on our knees. So move the fingers back towards the knees so that your forearms are facing the front of your mat. this is to your comfort level, right? So I'm going to go for whatever, you know, this could be enough. I'm going to curl my toes under because I'm going to use them to push myself back. And then when I get more feedback, I stop. Then I'm going to come forward, take that pressure off. Now I'm going to face my fingertips out to the side of the mat. And I'm going to come forward. So you feel like you're going to fall right on your face, but of course you're not. Okay, just a little counterbalance there. All 10 fingers face front of the mat this time. Same thing, curl toes, press back. And now you're getting it in your feet and not your hands. You shouldn't have any pressure really in the hands at all. And then see if you can keep walking the hands back. Back, 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 back. All the way up, hands to low back, camel pose. Lift the heart up, look up. Stay here or reach back for the heels. So we really worked our whole body. Should be warm enough for this one. Press hips over knees. Your head can stay up or you can let it go. Five breaths till you're breathless. One hand, then the other. Sit back. Keep those toes curled. Big inhale. Back to all fours. Slap the toes out. Now more hand stuff. Now, take yourself on top of the hand. This can be sketchy, so let's do one at a time. So we'll be on the top of the left hand and we'll keep the right palm of the hand still on our mat. Move forward and back. Now we're going to switch sides. Top of the right hand, the left palm is on the mat, forward and back. So I'm noting that my arm is straight here, and then when I move back, either the hand comes off the mat or I bend my arm. So maybe I just go like a micro movement so that I can keep my arm straight and get a big stretch in the, it's like right that carpal area. And then all fours again. Let's go for another camel. Curl the toes. Push yourself back up. Hands to the low back. Heart lifts up. Look up. Reach maybe the other arm back first. Press hips over heels. Again, you are holding head up or letting it go. I'm going to hold my head up this one. And we're going to come out of this slow. And then we're going to go right in for a child's pose as our counter pose. Slowly down to the floor. Big rounding of the upper back. So come more onto like the crown of the head, where the crown of the head meets the forehead. There's like a seam there where your hair starts, where your hairline starts. That'll give you a slight rounding of the upper back. Good counter pose for the camel. Come back to sitting. And let's take a twist like we did at the beginning of class, but we're going to take a slightly different twist. So we're seated. Have your left knee bent. So option to keep the right knee also bent. I'll face the camera so you can see. You could be like this, or you could have this bottom leg out into a Marichasana. this is going to be a little more gentle with the bend. Okay? Taking the right arm around, left hand behind. So it's just a little bit of a deeper stretch than we did at the very beginning because we're much more warmed up now. Sitting tall on the inhale, turning and twisting on the exhale. And release, switch sides. Taking your twist, having the hand behind you. Maybe you take the elbow outside the knee, or you can hug it around that knee. Either way. We'll come onto our backs carefully and slowly. Take your legs straight up. Teensy bit of ab stuff. I haven't done this one in a super long time. You might have done it with me. So you're going to pretend that there's a rope hanging off of your feet. And the rope is on either side of the leg. And you're just going to reach up and you're going to pull on the outside of the left foot to grab that rope. And then the right. And you're just going to keep going. Do 10 on each side. Honor system. Little oblique work there. Knees into chest, circle it around. Switch sides. We'll come in for bridge pose. Drop your feet to the floor, bend your knees up to the sky. So your option, you can place a cushion under your low back and have it be a restorative bridge. And I hope that you keep those items around you when you're practicing yoga at home so that they're easily, like if you were in a studio and you would grab all the props when you first walk in. The idea of just having them near you so that at the end of class or even at the beginning, I might say, grab your, your strap or your belt or whatever, towel. So here, when we're towards the end of class, you always have an opportunity to use a cushion for your Savasana, and you could use it for this bridge pose as well. There I talked enough so that you could go grab it. Lift your hips up. Roll the inner thighs towards each other. If you're not using a cushion, you can just leave your arms out to the side. That's also a nice restorative way to do it. Or you could come in and interlace and then bring the shoulder blades closer together and see if you could keep the palms of the hands touching. Keep your chin away from your chest. Very slowly, if you interlace, release that. Bone by bone to the floor. Soles of the feet together, knees apart. Reclined bound angle, Supta Baddha Konasana. If you want, you could take your left hand over your heart, right hand on the belly, eyes closed. Bring your arms out like a T and just bring your right knee on top of the left for a twist here. Come through the center, take it over to the right. Take a happy baby, knees up, feet up, take hold of the feet. Stay here for a big hip stretch or rock side to side. When you're ready, Savasana, legs out, arms by the sides, palms face up, feet fall apart. Completely relax. Let the ground beneath you. Start to deepen your breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Maybe do a stretch along the body by reaching your hands away from the feet. When you feel ready, bring the knees into your chest and then roll over to one side and rest there. When you're ready, press yourself up to a seat. Hands can be in a prayer, one over the other on top of your chest, or they can remain on your legs. Close your eyes and bow the head however you are seated. Yoga does not remove us from the reality or responsibilities of everyday life, but rather places our feet firmly and resolutely in the practical ground of experience. We are not here to transcend our lives. We are here to return to the life we have left behind. Thank you for being here. I look forward to seeing you next week.